Hey guys, so today we're going to be replacing or attempting to replace the heater core in this Commodore SV6. As you can see down the bottom here, telltale signs that it's been leaking. You've got that fluid that you can see there, along there, and up here you can see pink fluid, and if you look behind this panel that was there, you can see all that fluid there, which indicates that the heater core is leaking. To confirm, the coolant is pink, so that just double confirms that it's the heater core. So let's get straight into it. I'll just show you what I'll be replacing it with. So this here is the replacement heater core. So that's the part number there. And I'll just show you what it looks like. And that's it there at the box. As you can see, it's still wrapped up. I'm just going to leave it wrapped up for now. And we get to starting taking apart the dash in this vehicle. Okay guys, so the way I'm about to show you how to do this job is not the correct way of doing it. The right way to do it would be to get your aircon degassed, then you can remove the entire dash as shown in the photos. Then you would need to remove the whole HVAC unit as a whole, then replace your heater core, put the HVAC unit back in, then put the dash back together, get your aircon regassed, and then the job is finally done. Now doing it this way will save you a lot of time and money from getting your aircon regassed. So enjoy the video. So to start the disassembly, we want to pull the interior trim from underneath. Actually, I'll start with this. Just pull these trims off. So you just stick your fingers behind it and you can pull it off. Just be careful, because you can easily break these. You can see that's the trim cut removed. And then what you want to do is grab the bottom and then the steering wheel there and just pull it towards you, and that panel will pop out just like that. And then you want to unplug the headlight switch. So all you need to do for that is push this little tab on the side here, and that comes out. Then you can set your shroud in the back seat. So that's the bottom of that undone, and these just pull down. Just pull that down, that's out of the way. And we're going to need to remove most of all this stuff here. So you need to start off by unscrewing that screw on the OBD2 port. Just undo both of them, and then we're going to remove this bottom cover here from the bottom of the steering wheel. So I'm going to start off by removing those two, and I'll get back to you guys. With those screws removed, you can now pull this down the seat, the back seat. And now we need to remove this other cover here that holds this vent. So we've got two screws here, and we've got two screws on this side, and one hiding behind down the back there. We've got this one, and these two. And you can undo the vent as well, but you don't really need to. And you need to undo that screw off the OBD2 port as well. Alright guys, now with those screws taken out, this bottom shroud here will just come out here, the vent, just like that. Now we have access to a heater core here. You can clearly tell it's been leaking. As you can see, it's been dripping out of there, and it's a bit of corrosion on it. So we need to somehow pull that out of here, and I have a feeling that I'm going to have to remove this clutch pedal to get to it. So, right guys, so what you want to do next is come around to the front. As you can see here, I've bypassed the heater core because it was leaking obviously. I'll be replacing all these hoses as well. But that's the heater core inlet and outlet there. What you want to do is unscrew this screw, the bolt underneath it, right there. This one here, and that will loosen those pipes, hopefully. And I might have to remove this clutch pedal as well. So you got this bolt here, and there's one directly underneath it, hidden behind there. I'll remove those two as well. And alright guys, as you can see, I've undone that bolt under there, and I've undone the clutch pedal bolt from the back here as well, the one at the top and the one on the bottom. Now I'm going to go inside and see. Alright guys, we're back on the driver's side underneath the dash. You can see here, we've got the clutch pedal here, and then it mounts up the top here. There's a couple of 13mm bolts. These two here, that one there, and that one there. I'm going to undo those, and this clutch pedal should come out. Alright guys, I'm still under the clutch pedal here. What you want to do next is just unplug the switches here for the clutch pedal. Just push this little tab in, and just pull it out. So what you want to do is push this little tab, and this plug will pull out. So now we're ready to get the clutch pedal out and keep going with the job. Alright guys, now that everything's undone, the clutch pedal is now loose, as you can see. So if you look up there, see where the hoses go for the hard lines go for the heater core. Yeah, the clip above that, there's two Phillips head screwdrivers that you need to access from the engine bay. So we'll go around there right now, show you those. Okay guys, so on the engine bay side here, where these two guys come out, the two radiator core hoses come out, there's a Phillips head screwdriver underneath that spot there, as you can see. I don't know if you can see that. There's a Phillips head right there. Yep, you need to undo that. Phillips head screw undone right here from this side. We can go and try and pry that clip off and see if we can slide the heater core out. So what you want to do in here is get a big screwdriver and stick it under there. So you can see that's lifting. So I've lifted this guy here off. So this guy here is what holds that core in there. So now we can pull him out. Alright guys, as you can see, we've got that heater core out of there. You see daylight through the firewall. I did have to cut the pipes off the old one just to get it out, but obviously I can't do that to the new one, so I'm gonna have to drop the steering wheel. So we've got 4 Torx bolts. There's one there, one down the back, and 2 on the other side as well. Those 2, there's one there and that one there. So I'm going to undo those, drop the steering wheel, and hopefully that will make it easier to get the new one in there. Alright guys, so those 4 bolts are undone and the steering wheel has been set down, and now we've got even more room to try and get our heater core back into that hole here. So I'm going to try and do that off camera and get back to you. Alright guys, as you can see here, I've dropped the steering wheel all the way, and now I'm just staking the new heater core back in. And I'm going to need both hands for this, so I'll get back to you when it's all in there. Alright guys, as you can see, the heater core is back in. I'm just going to push it in a little bit further and line up the hoses and put the clip back on the hoses, and I'll do that now and I'll see you when I'm done with that. But yeah, that's the old one and the new one's in there now. Now I know this is not the right way to do it. You're actually meant to take the whole dash apart and take the whole heater box out to do this, but I wasn't going to be doing that, so took the easy way. And if you don't like how I do it, then do it the right way. That's all I have to say. So I'm going to finish this up, and I'll give you an update when I'm putting the clip back on. Alright guys, now that this radiator core is all the way in, back into its home there, what you want to do now is up there where you can see the sunlight through the firewall there, you want to put this guy back in there and replace the Phillips head screwdriver on either side. Phillips head screw, sorry, so clip him back in there and he holds the hoses down. So, yeah, it looks like it's sitting properly. So now you go to the engine bay side and put the Phillips head back in to that guy. So back in the front here, you put the Phillips head back on that guy. And then afterwards you can put the rubber seal that was around there back on too. Guys, now that that screw is back in place, you can now go ahead and replace this guy here that goes over the top. I'll just remove the little cap and replace this guy. There you go. That's all replaced. And now I'm going to put that bolt back in the bottom there where that bolt's missing, and we're going to go back on the inside, put the clutch back on. So I need to put this bolt back in to this spot here. See that? I'm just going to tighten that. Alright guys, now I've got that bolt back in there, so now we'll go back inside and we'll put the steering wheel back up. And the clutch pedal as well. Alright guys, as you can see, we put the steering wheel back in. Now we've got to put the clutch pedal back in. Alright guys, so we've got the clutch pedal back in now. Now we've just got to plug in this plug here back into its spot up the top. Alright guys, now that we're back in the engine bay, we're going to put this 13mm nuts back on to this other side of the clutch pedal. So one goes right there and one goes directly underneath on the other side there. So I'm going to start off with the top one and then we'll do the bottom one next. So to complete this install, I've got some new heater core hoses here. So I've got this one here, that's the part number. And the second one, the second one here. And the part number with the second one is that. You want to take both of those? So those two hoses there are going to be replacing these two. As you can see, these two have been leaking from the bases there. I'll just put them back up. You can see there, they've been leaking from the bases as well, so may as well replace them too. Because I'm going to get to do that. I'll show you how to remove those. They're very easy. Alright guys. So to remove these hoses, all you need is a flat blade screwdriver, and you need to pry this circlip off. And then just pull the hose up, and it should come off. There you go, that's the first hose. You can see there, that was leaking from the base. So it needs to replace anyway. So now we'll remove the second one. Stick your flat blade in and pull that clip out. And then this should just lift up. Just like that. Looks like that one's leaking from the base as well. So, good thing we're replacing them. So here we go. So the shorter one generally goes on the one closest to the firewall. And they just go straight in and into that hose there. So I'll just clean up those ends there first before I put this on. Alright guys, so I've cleaned off those inlets and outlets for the heater core. So we've got the new hoses here. All you need to do is pull out the new clip. So you need to put once that's pulled out, you can push it in. So the longer one goes to the back. You just put it on. Put it on there and push it down. And that one done. So you can just make sure it's pushed all the way down, and then you can push the clip back in. And then do the second one, same thing. Just pull the new clip out. Just like that. And then do the same thing. Put them in. Get them sitting in there. And then push that clip in. And now you want to get the hose clamps on there. And I'll show you how to bleed that system. Alright guys, now that everything's back together, I want to show you how to rebleed the system so that you don't have any air in your cooling system. So I'm going to reconnect the battery, and I'm going to start the car up, and we'll start the coolant bleeding process. Okay, so what you want to do is have your car running until it warms up, but have the heater on full as well, just to get that coolant flowing. And we'll also keep an eye on the new heater core to make sure it's not leaking anywhere. So we'll wait for the vehicle to warm up, and get back to the front, and we'll start topping up the coolant. Alright guys, so now that the vehicle's warming up, what I wanted to do is keep pouring coolant in there until all the air bubbles have stopped. So I'm just going to set you up on a tripod, and you can watch how I do it. Pour in, see the bubbles coming out. That's just all the air stuck in the heater core. So we need to bleed that out. So you need to keep pouring coolant in there until the bubbles stop. And that rapid ticking is just this purge solenoid over here. That's completely normal. So that ticking is normal. That ticking coming from this purge solenoid. This solenoid right there, that's what's ticking. That's normal. So we need to keep going until the bubbles stop. And that's how you know that you've completely bled the system. Okay, well, the bubbles have stopped now, so put the lid back on. So we'll put the lid back on now. And we'll wait for it to get warm. And what you want to keep an eye on is under here. Make sure there's no drips coming from under here. And so far so good. And, this guy's already getting hot, so ooh.
No leaks coming from there, which is good.
The driver's side here, all you want to do is make sure that your harness is tucked in, out of the way. And then you want to grab the side panel that goes in this spot here and hook it up. So you've got your panel here. You want to hook it into the back first and then just slide it up into place just like that. And that's in there. Grab the lower one, this one here, and just lift that up into place. Click it in at the back, and then do the same thing at the front. See there? Click it in. That's all clicked in. Now what you want to do is grab the cover that goes underneath the steering wheel here. And what you want to do first is plug in the headlight switch. Just like that. And then you just lift it up into place. Just like that. You can see how everything's sitting perfectly. Now I need to put the cover back on the side there. So there we go, we've got this cover for the side. Just goes on and clicks on like that. And now we can put the trim piece back on, the trim piece here. So that just goes on. It clicks in. There you go.